Hello and welcome to another Chaos from Above video, one of our Heist finales. Well, you've actually seen the Heist finale. What I'm going to do in this video is basically show you how I edit it together. So I haven't edited it yet, so what you've seen already is the final edit. This is me just putting it together. By all means, this is not a tutorial on how to edit something. I just thought I'd put a video together of me editing it. So let's start on. So as you can see, I've already got the first 5 here: van, signal hack, convoy and bikes. That's the one you saw 2 videos ago. So let's get on and start editing the final. So as you can see, I edit in Adobe Premiere Pro. So let's go File, New, Sequence. 7/20/25, and we'll call this finale. Okay, so that's it. That's our timeline for editing the finale on. So all I do usually is just go to the last one, Control A, Control C, and then paste it in. So that's our edit there, and then remove the last edit. Like so. So that's that removed. This little thing on the end is just that thing you usually see that pops up and comes down again. Usually I put them in if there's a long driving sequence that'll be a bit boring in a video. Right, so I've got the recorded footage already put up here, so it's a case of finding the beginning. So and not every heist we've done has gone through straight through, especially this final one. It's going to be a case of chopping a few of it together to make it look like we've gone all the way through, but not.
So then, Lee, did you take our advice with...
So, sorry if the sound does annoy you when I'm fast forwarding through clips, but this is just how I skip things through very quickly. So I need to start there. I will skip this through all the way to the end where Lester does his talking. There we go. So where should I cut it? For the ping. Right, so that's the in and out, so I'll drop that in here. Zoom that in to make sure that works. And then every time I drop an edit in, just make sure that it goes in fine. Now to the audio, if we go to effects and audio transitions and crossfade, we can just fade that in. There we go. Now, as you can see, before each heist starts, I've got a little title bar that tells you what it is. Obviously, because I copied the bikes one across, that's what I've got in at the moment. So we'll put the new one in. I've already done it, but I'll just show you what I do to get that in. Adobe Photoshop. Basically, this is a screen that's sort of 720. Is it 720? 12? Yeah, 720 screen, because I edit everything in 720. Plus it's recorded in 720, so and on YouTube, to be honest, unless you're watching it on a 1080p television, you're not really going to notice much difference. So basically all I do here, this is a layered sort of bar, so I can turn things on and off as I want with all the text and the the bar there. So what the case of doing is going to the bikes and putting finale, and then file, save as PNG, because PNG gives you a transparent, anything that's got this hashed background gives you a transparency, and I've already done it anyway, so where is it? I think I've already done it. Pacific Standard Finale. It's already there, so you just type what it's called and save. But I've done it already, so I'll leave that there, and I'll bring up the folder that I've got it in, which is over here. I'll bring it over here. Here we go. Pacific Standard Finale. So I do click, drag, bring it in, and all I do is put it on the top one. Give it to you. Zoom it in. Bring that across to there like so, and then just put our transitions in, which is a dissolve and a crossfade. So slap them on the end. 1 and 2, and then delete the old one. Oh, sometimes you got to start it a few times. Knock.
Well, it doesn't really matter if it doesn't anyway, it's a win-win situation if it does work.
Absolutely.
And there we go, that's that bar and a little bit of an intro done there. So all we do next is we move across to the end.
Okay? Good luck, people. Nothing can go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong.
I'm all good.
So that's where that comes out there. So we move on to the outside. What I've done in the heist is that I have skipped all the setup bits, all this. Don't need to see any of this. There we go. Skip through. I need to cut this somewhere. Oh, I don't know how to cut this. Do we stand still? Yeah. Might have to cut it just before the green thing comes down, because I don't. The only reason I cut that is because I've already got a title bar, so I don't really need it again. So we'll slap that there, and then cut the back. Okay, let's go, and then we're off. So. What I'll do first though is I'll find the in and out points for this particular bit, and then I'll go back and remove any driving scenes that are not really necessary, but looking at the distance of this, it'll probably all stay in anyway. I think this one's alright. Hang on, come on, catch up. Catch up! Thank you! Okay, so we obviously died on that one, so what I'll do now is I'll go back to the beginning, because the good thing with this heist So there's cutscenes. So I can take that all the way back there like so. Cut it to there. So that's the travelling. Right, so before I move on, I'm just going to tidy this up. Oh, we've got a little bit of a frame missing there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it in anyway. And I need to take this one back anyway. Because I need to get a dissolve in. So we put a cross dissolve in there. And then we put a cross audio, so it fades the two audio tracks together. This one's a pretty... Oh no, we got something there. There we go.
Power Ranger.
Okay, no. That was quite a tidy transition. Usually it's a case of mixing the Xbox Live chats, because obviously, you know, these were recorded live as we played them, so the chatting was going on in the background. So it's a case of listening. It's not just a case of cutting it, it's a case of mixing conversations as well. Because if I go back to one of these, it's like this one here. There's a split edit, and that's when it cuts to the doors. But because of the conversation that was going on anyway,
PC world, but since I left, I haven't really been speaking to them.
And then it transitions into the next piece of edit where there's a gap in the conversation. It just so it doesn't look like it's it looks like it's one piece rather than just two separate pieces put together. Just a little bit of tidiness that I like to do. So coming back to this one, so that's a crossfade on there. That's fine, I'm happy with that. And then we just need to tidy up this ending bit. What I tend to do is make it look like one piece. Okay. So that's fine. We may need to just put a transition on the audio. Okay. Let's go. Okay. What I might do, just get rid of that because it's a sudden K. So we unlink them, so it separates the video and audio track. Do that. Bring this one out. Hopefully there's no audio there. Let's have a... Okay, let's go. Yeah, it's a bit tidier. Okay, let's go. Possibly. Should we bring that down a bit? Let's go. That's better. Not as sudden. Let's go. I'll do. I'm happy with that. So now we'll move on to so the driving piece is only that long. Some of these driving pieces, obviously in the earlier edits, you're driving for 5 kilometers. That is a long time to leave in, so basically this is a short one, so we'll possibly leave it in. I'll just play this through just to see if it's okay.
You can do it.
If you're being cute.
Alright, here we go. The one
We nearly ran Leo there.
I know, yeah.
I was precise.
Precisely under my toes.
Shout at them, shoot near them if you have to. Just try not to kill them. I knew that wouldn't be cool. Demolitions, Haggard, your first job's to subdue the guards. Again, try and do it without killing them. And when that's done, go downstairs and hit the vault. I've given you special carbines.
You
with
fucking
suppressors.
idiot.
Use them wisely. Like I said,
Oh, Jesus.
big deal, people. Don't fuck it up.
I have a tyre mark on my back.
Yep, so that's a very short drive, so I'll leave that one in. So I've got to the cutscene, so now I have to find the edit that was good. So here we go, here's another specific standard. Cutscene.
Yeah.
Just enough.
So what I'll do now is I'll fast forward through this to make sure it's the right edit. Oh. Come on, catch up. There we go. Okay, so that's the end of that particular sequence. We didn't die on it. So what I'm going to do, I'll have the cutscene in.
Whoever's coming outside to blow shit up, I'm going to go left, you go right. Mr. Green, Mr. Blue, Mr. Red, Mr. Pink.
Right. So we'll cut there. We might have to tidy that up later.
Right in front of them.
Yeah, the only difference is that the theme music changes, so it will look a bit odd. I'm wondering whether I can, because that's unlinked, unlink that, kind of merge this audio somehow. Let's have a look.
Why haven't we put our hats on yet?
If I can merge that like that.
It's on.
Yeah, there we go. So it just makes it a little bit tidier. So I've cross audioed it. It cuts as it should do. I've transitioned some of the old audio from the first sequence over and just merged the back in sequence. Right, so that sequence we've already checked through, so that's fine. Because this is a long one, this is the ending piece over here. I need to move that out of the way. So we'll just select all that. And no, select all that and that. And we'll have to move you well out of the way. Or shall I delete it and bring it for another project later? No, I'll just leave it like that. Hopefully I can move you well over there. There we go. Right. So that sequence is fine. We've done the edit. We've done the bank vault. So we're on the next cutscene, which is basically going to the bikes. Now I know for a fact there are a couple of edits on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the one where we get to the... Oh, that's right at the end. Right, I've found the edit, so I'm just got to the ending sequence now. So this is the one where we actually managed to get all the way through with the bikes. So I'm just skipping to the end to find the out point. Blah 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 blah. That's that. So there we go. So all I'll do now is I'll cut it just there, and then find. Now I've got to find the intro. Now, which one is it? That's the end of it. I think this is it. Rewind it. Yes. Because me and Lee decided to go on a jolly on these bikes all around the map until Steve decides to pick us up. So this is the bikes, so that's fine. I'm hiding there. Is this the right one? I think so. Right.
$1.5 million.
Screens, the booms, the red, Mr. Pink.
Is that? Oh no, there we go. If I go from there to there, cut that there, bring you in. Okay, so tidying you up now. And hopefully that's the full sequence, I'll check that in a moment.
Mr. Green, Mr. Blue, Mr. Red, Mr. Pink.
Perfect.
Right, I'll start shooting.
That is perfect. I'm going to put an audio transition on there anyway. And just double check to make sure it's okay.
The red, Mr. Pink.
Yeah, you can't even hear any
Mr.
change.
Pink.
So that's two separate sequences, two different missions, edited together to make it look like one.
Mr. Red, Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
Right, I'll start shooting shit from the right.
Right, so what I'm going to do now is just skip through this edit. Make sure that's, yep, down the alley. Across the top. Is it to the bikes? Ah. No, there's an edit. Is there? Oh no, that's me going to the map. Yep. Things I know, me and Lee was on a bike. Oh, hello. Where's that come from? Oh, I've skipped to the bloody beginning. Oh no, I've changed. There we go. Right. So I know me and Lee were on the same bike. So I don't think this is the one. No, because I go. Yeah, I die here. There we go. Right. Right, this one's cut us at the bikes, so I'm gonna have to try and find a way. To cut this in, which
So you have to get a bigger way.
I don't think it's going to be possible. It might be a bit of a dodgy edit. So if I press M, put mark point in there. So we've done all this. There's the bikes. Right, I'm just going to chop it there. And then I'm going to go to the mark point. Chop it there. And then bring you in.
Money. Into his apartment.
So what I'm going to do. You know what, I'm going to chop it there.
With him.
Then I'm going to chop it there. Gonna put a audio transition on there to transition them audios together. Whew. No, because and then that's where this thing comes in handy. My little zoomy. Oh, don't want that. Me zoomy. Normally I do this in long transitions, but usually you'll find they're on edits where something has gone wrong, and there's no tidy edit. Unfortunately, you can't tidy edit everything, so we'll just do that. No, because he was on his own bike.
We weren't, yeah, right, okay. We need to be on the same.
But we know that one's the final sequence, so we'll go all the way to the end for that one. So that's the end here. So I'm just going to bring this to the end because I know on a final heist there's usually a sequence. Yeah, there is. Go white. That, and we'll bring you in on the end, and we'll see if we can make some sort of tidy edit with that to incorporate the end in sting and sequence.
Yeah. Throwing this mask, you bitch.
Yes, we may have to just. Also, at the same time, we're going to have to keep an eye on the audio as well to make sure it does mix like it's supposed to.
Throwing this mask to him.
Yeah, because that kind of fades out a bit. Do that actually. That should be okay. Yeah, we'll do that, and we'll put a dissolve on there. And because it comes back from white, what I'll do is I'll use a crossfade and point actually, crossfade. No, sorry, cross dissolve, dip to white, and it'll match what's going on anyway.
Yeah.
But I may need to bring that. Come on. To there. Just to give it, because that dip was a bit long. So we'll just do that and pop the audio on, like so.
Yeah.
Yes, look at those down trousers.
Yeah. The trousers.
I'd give you a gay pat on the back.
Now, because it's got a little bit of an audio track on that at the end, let's get me a finale piece. Oops, we'll take this and that, and we'll bring that across to the end. Come on. Let's see where this can fit. Oh, zoom that back in.
Yes, look.
Just gonna mute that track.
Look at those down trousers.
Yeah. The trousers.
I'd give you a gay pat on the back.
Right. Might do it after the. There. So if I select all that and that and just move the logo. It starts. With the first piece. I have to zoom that in. Yeah. Bring you to there. Hopefully that should give us a nice tidy ending.
Yeah.
Yes, look at those down trousers.
Yeah. The trousers.
Let's give you a gay pat on the back.
Go. Right, so all we need to do now is just tidy this up. Find out where it goes black, which is there. Unlink, and then just bring the audio across.
Hey, you just tweak my bra strap.
And then just fade that out.
Hey, you just...
A little bit of talking going on there, so I just need to bring that out. Sorted. Right, so just double check that ending again.
Yeah.
Dipped white. Nice audio
Yes,
fade.
look at those down trousers.
Tells you it's completed.
The trousers.
Let's give you a gay pat on the back.
Logo. Yeah, cool. So me personally, it doesn't need the usual ending
Yeah. Trousers.
because it'll just make it. I don't know. It's got a final sequence on, so we'll get rid of that.
Yeah. The trousers.
Let's give you a gay pat on the back.
Like, comment, and subscribe. So that's the end of that. So now what I want to do, before I do anything, is I need to go back, and this is where I go around and just double check to make sure everything's tidy, and as it should be. So the beginning is the beginning, and we all know the intro if you've been watching the other videos. So knock. So that fades in fine. Got the logo.
Wouldn't really matter if it
finale.
doesn't anyway. It's a win-win situation if it does work.
Absolutely.
That fades off,
Okay, okay, okay.
Absolutely.
and then we go into
Are
the sequence.
you ready? This should be pretty easy. Yeah, I've kept.
Now, one thing I do want to check is the mixer. Now, if I just save that a second, file, save, go to my bikes one, I've got different audio settings on this. 5.5, 3.1, and that's on full. So, put this on 5.5, 3.1 was it? Is it 3.1? Yes. Knock.
The hell?
Wouldn't really matter if it doesn't anyway. It's a win-win situation if it does work.
Absolutely.
That's better, and that's boosted the volume up of that particular track, which is basically the game. And Audio 3 intro is still as it was. That's why it's on a different track, because that was edited in its own audio levels. Right, so that's the video sequence at the start. So now all I'll do is go around and check to make sure it looks okay for each transition. Even though we've done it already, I just like to double check.
I'm all good.
Power Rangers.
You never know what works, eh?
Let's go. So that's gone through okay. Yes, it has got the doomph on the audio track, but it still gives it a tidy audio. Let's go. So that's fine. I'm happy with that. That's basically the drive up to the bank.
Yay, let's put our hats on.
Now, was that right? No. I thought there was a little bit of a frame glitch there. We have a frame hidden somewhere, which can be a right pain. It's just finding out which one it's on. It's on that one. So now I've got a frame, because I bet all that. That looks okay. Let's play it through.
Yay, let's put our hats on.
That's better. Looking good. Handing our sandwiches out.
Notice that. You notice the face my character makes when he throws Lloyd.
Right, so that's straight through on the bank. So I'm just going to skip through this just to check to make sure it's all there. Yep, that's fine. And then we move on to the exit sequence.
Whoever's coming outside to blow shit up, I'm going to go left, you go right.
Mr. Green, Mr. Blue, Mr. Red, and Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
Right, now start shooting shit from the right.
Right, yep, that's fine. That cuts through fine, and then obviously that's the sequence all the way down to the bikes. And a little cheeky cheating edit, which there was no clean, tidy way of cutting this bit together, so I've had to use the emblem zoom. Sometimes they are there to hide sort of bad joins, and sometimes it's to skip long sequences of driving.
Boom.
Whew. There we go, because he was on his own bike.
We weren't.
There we go, so that's the zoom. Just skip on to the next sequence, which is basically the bit where we do actually get through up to the boat. So that's fine all the way up to the boat, which is fine, and then that's less to talk at the end.
Give him a high five and, you know, fist bump sort of thing. But earlier on in the bank, I was like, fuck you, Lloyd.
Yeah.
Yes, look at those down trousers.
Yeah. The trousers.
Let's give you a gay pat on the back.
And there we go, that's the final title at the end there. And then that just ends the video. Like so. So that's the full edit. So now what we do, now we've got that done. This big grey bar at the top here is the start and end point of the edit that you want to be using. So at the moment it's at the end of there, and it's at the beginning of there. That's usual standard. It will pick that up usually. But that's that. And then we've got a big red bar, which means it needs to render. Even though we've not made any edits, for some reason it needs to render some stuff down. So all we'll do is press enter, and we'll let it render, and I'll be back once it's finished rendering. Okay, so now we're approaching the end of the render. 30 seconds to go. Now if anybody's got any ideas of why it needs to render, considering I'm using exactly the same file format as the timeline. Sorry about that. Yeah, as you'll find out, once it finishes renders, it'll want to play it. So, sorry about that sound glitch. So, now that's rendered down, that's ready to go. We'll just double check to make sure it's playing okay.
Hey, good luck, people.
Still looks identical, still 720p. No degradation.
Fucking hate you.
Nice audio clips pop in there of Steve swearing. Yep, seems okay. So, now I've got the full edit. I'll need to export that ready to go on YouTube. So, Control M, we'll bring up our export settings. Now, if you've done a long edit and exported quite a lot in one session, it will remember your settings. Obviously, it hasn't remembered my settings because I've just come on this to finish this today. So, I just need to set these as they should be. H264 gives us a nice small file size, and we'll set this to 720x25 because that's what it's been recorded in. Sorry, HD 720x25. We need to give it a name. Here's the previous ones, so we'll click on that, fills that in there for us, and we'll put 6 and finale, save. So let's give us our name, export video, export audio. Now the only thing I do is I go down here and I just check So that's 720, that's fine. 25 frames. The only thing I do here is I match them. Don't know if you're supposed to. I want it to be as good as possible. Render at maximum depth, no. Use maximum render quality, so I want it really, really good. 720. Estimated file size 1.7 gig. Whoa. This is a long video. They're normally about 500 meg. Now I'm wondering whether that's because I put that on 10. What if I put that on 6? What's it change it to? About 9. 0.5. I'll leave it on 9. Audio should, don't need to touch that. Okay, that's ready to go. So we've got the video set up. It's on PAL 720 files. There's the file. When you start messing with this, it will change your preset to custom rather than the standard 720. I don't know why, but with your standard 720 preset, it does alter your target bitrate. And then since I've started putting it in manual, I have noticed a difference in the videos. I don't know if it's just me, but I have noticed a difference. And then that's it. So once we've done that, you press export. And now what it'll do, it'll re-encode it into a file. It'll take everything we've just edited it and make it into a one MP4 file ready to upload to YouTube. So we'll let this encode, and then I'll come back and I'll just play the video. I won't go through uploading to YouTube because it'll want uploading, scheduling and all that. So and that's that really. So we're back in a minute. Okie doke, and we're now on 99%. This is the last bit before it finishes saving, where the estimated time remaining seems to go a bit funny right at the end for some reason, to give you millions and millions of hours before it's finished. 100%, so it will be just saving now. So hopefully we'll have that done any second now. So yeah, I hope hopefully you've enjoyed this little edit video. It's the first time I've done one. If we can get some nice plenty of likes on it, that would be fantastic. Hopefully you're going to enjoy more videos from Chaos from Above. Yes, this is the only problem with the exporting. It does take a while. I don't know why right at this end. It always does this. 100% and you can't do anything. There we go. There we go. It's gone. So that's exported now. So what I'll do now is I will go find the video. So we'll minimize that. And I'll bring up the bars. It'll be in exported videos, GTAV Heists, Pacific Standard, and there it is. There's the finale. I'll just open that with Media Player. Hopefully it won't be too turn down here. So there we go. That's the video. I like to play it just to make sure it transitions fine and everything works okay. And there we go, we fade into the video, and there it is. Pacific Standard finale.
It doesn't really matter if it doesn't anyway, it's a win-win situation.
That's that, so I just go through this.
There's some people right out this alleyway, guys.
That's that. All the way through to the end. So that's that, people. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video on me editing the finale for what we did. So until next time, see you again soon.